Hello friends, today I have created one amazing project using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. In this project, whenever I click this button, a random verse from the Quran will appear and see what happens when I click this button. You can see a random verse has appeared. There is the Quran and the Bengali translations is also there, and the Urdu translation is also there, and there is one, the surah name will be mentioned and the ayat number will be mentioned. There is also one button that whenever I will click here, it will be played. That I will show you at last of this video. Okay, what will happen if I click this button? Okay, that I will show you. And if I click it again, this button, see what happens. It is randomly generating, continuously it will generate. So now I will explain how I have done this. Okay, let's come here in the HTML file. See, first I have created a container. Within this container, what I have done is I have gathered all those elements, like in the class H1. Here the English translation will be there. This is the button which I told you that I will play it at last of this video. This is for the H1. In this H1 we will actually display the Arabic sentence, the Quran, actual Quran. And this Bengali is for the Bengali translation, Urdu for the Urdu translation. P1 is for the surah name, the random surah that will be appeared or generated when we click the button, and this one is for the ayat, okay, or the verse number. Okay, this is the button. And now see the CSS file. See here, I gave the margin and padding 0. Okay, I set that body to display flex so that all the items appear at the center. For justify content and line item center I have done, and flex direction column, so that all those elements like this English translation, the Arabic one, the Bengali translation and the Urdu one comes in one direction. That's why I have set the flex direction column. Okay, and I have set a minimum height of 100 viewport height. And this body, this piece of code from line number 12 to line number 29 is for the background animation. See here, or it is changing, the background is changing every 5 seconds. Okay, you can see here. Now the container comes here. This is the white part where the actual text will be there. Okay, I have set the border radius 1 rem, so that you can see here there is one curve. Here the curves are there at the border part. Okay, this is possible using the border radius part. Okay, and I have set the text align center, and this one is giving the padding, the container H1, P, button and H3 elements. I have given a padding of 10 pixels, and button also I have given the animation, so you can see it here that the button color is also changing here. Okay, and for this container 2 is for the Arabic sentence, the actual Quran, and the button is there, so it appears in the same line. I have used display flex here. You can see it is in the same line. For this I have used display flex here. Okay, and H2, so that the cursor pointer is there, and display none. Initially we won't display. Okay, initially we won't display the audio button, that's why I have display none, and whenever the user clicks the button it will appear. Okay, now comes to the JavaScript part. Initially what we have done is we have taken the API URL. Okay, now I've from line number 2 to line number 9 I've selected all the elements which I have created in the HTML file, and this from line number 10 I created a async function where we will fetch initially we will fetch the surah URL. Okay, where all the surahs will be listed. We are fetching that, so it will return a promise, so we have to await it so that it don't go to the next line for execution. So we are temporarily stopping the execution. So what we are doing is we will finish this line first and then we will jump to the next line. That's why we have to use the await keyword, and await is possible only within the async function. Okay, now from those list of surahs which we are getting from data, okay, what we will do is we have to generate a random number. We have to generate a random number from 1 to 114. That's why from 114, because total surahs or total chapters in the Quran is 114. So that's why 114 we have multiplied it with mat.random. Okay, and mat.floor, what we are doing is it will give a decimal point. So what we are doing, we are mat.floor we are doing, and then we will add 1 so that it comes from 1 to 114 instead of 0 to 113. What we are doing, we are doing it, we are doing plus 1 for 1 to 114 so that it comes. Okay, now the data which will get, okay, it will be in JSON format, so we have to convert it into JavaScript object. So that's why .json method has been used here, and from here the total ayat we will access. I'm showing you here. Okay, I'm showing you here. Here is the list of all the surahs you can see here, and all the total ayahs are there, and this one is we are accessing in this line total ayat. Okay, and from this we will generate a random ayat, and we are passing this one, this ayat.json. We will access individual surahs and individual ayat. Okay, and from this we are actually setting the HTML elements values dynamically through DOM manipulation. Okay, and there is one audio also which I will show you at last. We will play that audio also, and whenever we click the button, which button I'm talking about, here is the button, this button I'm talking about, this button. Whenever I will click this button, this will appear continuously and the async function will run. Okay, now I will play that audio for you. See, listen it.
لقد كان في يوسف وإخوته آيات للسائلين